Peace to the gods and earth. It's the God-born Bill Universal, transmitter of supreme science on earth and the universe. And it's iGod TV. We back in the house, family. And we back with the God with us. We got the Augie with us tonight. Peace to you, God.
Yay. Peace to the gods and the earth.
Yes, yes.
In the universe.
Facts. I know a lot of people snowed in tonight. They're in the house. You know, there's a lot going on. So we want to have a quick discussion tonight, man. Chop it up with y'all about some real, fishy things that's been going on lately, you know what I mean, with our government, which we always know how that always is. But, lately it's been some weird things going on, man. And I had to bring the God back on because you know how we do when we chop it up, man. Straight science, we always breaking it down. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man, I don't know if you heard about it, Lord, but the old boy, the leader of ISIS, man, he just murdered, man.
Yeah, man, I heard whispers of that, man, and that's it's kind of trending. You know what I'm saying? If you think about it, not real immediate, but
right.
Yeah, the El Chapos. You know what I'm saying? It's the death of the kingpin.
Yes, and you're right. That's a good point. Man. There's been a lot of this happening in the last few years, man. And well, you know what? Actually. Remember when they had the concentration camps down in Guantanamo Bay?
Yeah.
Well, supposedly they had the boy down there at one time, but they didn't know he was running shit. To them, they thought he was just a regular member. And then they freed him. Look, now he got out on good behavior. They let him out on good behavior, bro.
The Jitmo?
Yes.
Now, hold up. Let me segue real quick. Now, for those of our younger viewers that don't know what Guantanamo Bay is, it's a place we never want to go. They didn't make movies about that. They didn't make movies about going there.
If there's a concentration camp anywhere on the planet, it's right there.
No doubt.
No doubt. What I mean?
So hold up. You say so he got out of the Guantanamo on good behavior.
Yes, they let him out. They said he wasn't a threat. Come to find out, he's running the whole network for ISIS, man. They didn't find out till after they let him go. And this was this was back then, so this got to be at least 5-6 years ago.
Okay, damn.
Yeah, so he's been running crazy for a minute. Mm. So they found him in one of these 2-story buildings. Ironically, the same shit as like they found Bin Laden in.
Yeah.
And a few other guys, they always in these compounds, you know what I mean? Where they found him in the compound. According to Joe Biden, they went in and he had a explosive device that he detonated. And all they could do was try to save all the civilians and the people around that they could, but apparently he killed himself and his whole family, And they were showing the wreckage. They literally showing inside the house and everything, man. And it's all burnt, charred up. But you seeing baby toys, baby swings, all this shit, God, all up over the house and shit, man. You're like, this dude ain't really in here with his family, man. It's like, well, I could see because he was in Guantanamo Bay, he might know how it go down if you get captured. So he might have said, all right, we ain't gonna go back to that. They're not gonna take my family to that. So I'm gonna just kill us all,
That's an angle.
You know what I'm saying? Either that or America came in and just bombed the shit and don't want to say that they killed his children and everybody else along with it, It's either or to me. I don't know. It could be either way.
Well, shoot, hey, they bombed us in Philly in the 80s. They bombed their own, you know what I'm saying? So ain't no telling what they'll do to somebody else. They don't care about no babies and nothing like that, man. It's wicked.
That's my thing, man.
The 21st century is ill. And I ain't gonna lie. I don't know no man on the earth that's gonna sit back and kill the babies along with himself.
That's what I'm saying, Lord. That's what I'm saying. Unless he feel like the devil himself is on the way.
Oh, which is a valid point. He might have, what your boy Cat Williams say, he might have made a pimp's decision.
Yeah, he did spend time in Guantanamo Bay, and he probably knew exactly where he was going to go, there or worse.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. with these legendary black sites that they have.
Yeah. You know what? I'm waiting on the missing piece to this that has happened with every single person that they marked, that they labeled as a terrorist, man. I'm waiting on the affiliation with the US government. It happened with Saddam. He was part of the CIA. Osama bin Laden was a part of the CIA at one time. I want to see what this was really about, man. Was it really good behavior, or was the good behavior he pretended to be cooperative, but once he got out, it could have went either way.
Hey, or is it the real Rick Ross 3.0?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like we're gonna let you own your half of the country, your half of the world, I mean.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then, you know what I'm saying, once we get you to a certain stage in this operation, then you're expendable.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Now you scapegoat. You enjoyed that shit. You embraced it. You know what I'm saying? Generational wealth. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You
no doubt. No doubt. I hear you. Yeah, I know exactly.
You shook hands with Beelzebub. You know
Fact.
what I mean?
Fact.
You shook hands with Beelzebub. You kissed the ring and shit. You know what I mean? So,
man, you ever seen the movie called The Devil's Double? It's a movie out called The Devil's Double, right? And it's about Saddam Hussein and about how he had hundreds of lookalikes. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But it wasn't just for himself. He had lookalikes for his whole family too. So his sons, everybody had lookalikes. You know what I'm saying?
That's ill.
Yeah, man. And when you see the shit, they went to like this mansion. You know what I'm saying? And when they go to the mansion, it's like 10 Saddam Husseins in the building. Like literally 2 of them is playing tennis against each other. So like 2 Saddams is right there playing tennis and shit, Lord. Like
that's ill.
That's how ill this dude was. So it's like at the end of the day, do we even really know that this was the nigga that was laying in the dirt down there? No clue.
Ooh, or body double.
If you watch that movie, then it really makes you wonder if those was the real ones, because he made it a point. He made it a point to never never be the real him anywhere. Like a lot of them speeches and a lot of shit we saw on the news and shit wasn't even actually Saddam, man.
Hey, so on the real, that shit is brilliant.
Yeah.
Because he's like, hey, I know who I am, God.
Right.
I got this shit. I'm gonna hire 100 knees for this fame, this prestige and shit. Right. I'm chilling in Saskatchewan and shit. You know what I'm saying? Blowing a fatty looking at BET Awards and shit.
Yeah. That's a fact, man.
Hey, talking to my CIA handler.
No doubt, man. So I mean, it just makes you wonder, because they always try to make us think that these so-called terrorists, as far as sophistication goes, that they're so far behind, man. But I don't think it's true, man, because we always find out that they were in cahoots with our government at some point in time. You know what I mean? So, they hip to the technology, man. I just don't like how they try to make it seem like the technology ain't as widespread as it is,
Oh, hey, you know what? That's definitely a truth. You know what I'm saying? Because they act like everybody else is backwater cats and all that. You know what I'm saying? All lame and all slow, if you will. But what they don't tell you is this. These dudes, they might not be Americanized, but in the world of finance and game, on a opportunistic level, dealing with big boys with some bread.
Yeah.
Oh, these are some of the illest gamesmen.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? At the
table. Yes. These sultans and these some of the most lavish.
Man, come on, man. These niggas live in Dubai.
Exactly. That's a good point. That's a good point, man. How can we act like that when a place like Dubai exists? I don't get how we can act like, they so far behind and shit. and they don't watch TV and all this shit when they got places like Dubai, you know?
If anybody know what about Dubai, it goes down in every way, shape, or form. Negative and the positive.
Right.
You know what I mean?
The fact that these motherfuckers got control on the oil and the drug. So they got out of the G-O-D, they got the O and the D. You feel me? The gold, oil, and the drugs, they got the oil and the opiates in the palm of their hand.
Well, you know, the material is that G-O-D. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't go Mars Dubai. It ain't that wisdom, beauty, and strength, though. Right. You know what I'm saying? But what it is it's the best way to put it, it's the new shit that you ain't got to search for. Right. It's already there for you. Right.
Yeah, they definitely set the table already.
You know what I mean? Yeah. But then, you know, you gotta understand. Think about this. In the 90s, right? The focus was on getting money. Yeah. Getting money, you know, niggas was getting money. Right. Because they had already in the 80s, they already put the crack out there. You got teenage millionaires from the 80s. You know what I mean? Yep. So that's a network. That network went to the 90s. Then it got grimy. You know what I mean? And a little bit more violent. It wasn't as suave as it was in the 80s. Right. Well, the late 80s went to the 90s. But anyway, my whole shit is they turned the whole level up. I mean, Rick Ross, the original Rick Ross, not the rapper, he'll tell you these dudes approached him. He was just a low-level dude. But they do personality analysis. They study everybody. They do. That's right. So they pick the right person, put him under the right, put him in the right psychological mindset to see opportunity. Right. When nobody else had one. And you know, one thing about us as Black people, you can come to me and say, hey man, I got $1 million scheme. It can be totally legal. And for some reason, as a general, cats ain't gonna take that chance. Right. But you get, and I'm saying that because we some light-skinned dudes. I ain't even talking about the fear of Black Planet. You know what I mean? Right. You know what I'm saying? No doubt. We ain't under the paper bag. You know what I mean? We in the paper bag shit back in the day. No doubt. So, but anyway, the whole mindset is I can't look at you and you look like me, no matter how light or dark you is, and not think that it's gonna be some nefarious shit behind it. But when they come with some super impossible shit, like, you know what, you can just own all this. And you ain't thinking in your mind that, well, you know, why would you do this? Why would you do this for me? And I'm sure they ask these questions. Right. But then, you know, cast moral compasses, you know, shit, it's 4 points to the compass. Right. No, you're right. I feel exactly what you're saying, man. Well, you know what? You know what? Did you ever see that Cocaine Cowboys 2? No, I ain't see 2. Well, you know about the chick Griselda, right? Oh, yeah. Whoa. Well, anyway, the Griselda chick in Cocaine Cowboys 2, she ends up getting with, while she in prison, she get with her brother. Yeah, I seen that. Hey, you know what? And he starts selling the shit out of jail. Right. You know what I mean? And she almost had him killed because she thought he was cheating on her. You know what I mean? That's like how in love she was with this dude, you know? But just like you said, they analyze you, you know, like same with Rick Ross, it's the same way with this dude. You know what I mean? Like they have no business being in the same room with each other except for this type of business. You know what I'm saying? Right. Birds of a feather flock together. And millionaires ain't gonna be coming drinking 40s with you. No, this woman had killed every one of her husbands. You know what I mean? It was like, this was, you know what I mean? But for some reason, this dude, you know what I mean? This brother, man, you get what I'm saying? It's like, it's always like that. What it is.
Just like when they got that snowfall. You seen that snowfall shit?
Oh, hey, I ain't gonna lie, I love that shit. You know why?
Dude, I can't wait till they come back. It's come back in like 2 weeks.
Hey, they loosely talking about how they jammed up Rick Ross.
You get what I'm saying? Yo, hey, the whole thing is this. I don't want to get off track. But you know what I'm saying? And we definitely don't promote. We definitely don't promote any of the shit, man. But do you think what do you think the black man's position should have been at the point where he literally he was the only person with the recipe to the shit? Because the whole war was over this recipe, man.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So at one point, the black man was in such a position of power, you know, they was becoming millionaires overnight.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, that's a hard one, man, because you gotta think of it like this. You can't copyright it. You feel me?
It's like, what do you do with it? It's like somebody with a mind. It's like, what do you do with that, man? It's like, do you let it out there? Do you let it out there to destroy the people? You know what I mean? To profit? Or because it's the only thing that the white man left you to prosper on. You see what I'm saying? It's just a crazy position to be in, man.
Well, I'm gonna liken it to this. You out and somewhere you know what I'm saying? You in a foreign land, right?
Yeah.
And your first friend happened to be a criminal.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't know the lay of the land. You don't know how cats get down. You from here, and cultures is different.
Right.
But rob, steal, kill is, what they say, the commandments.
Uh-huh.
But for preservation is the first rule of survival. Self-preservation.
Facts. The first rule of nature,
Yeah.
Right.
So you got, if you don't provide and preserve yourself, I mean, the game is over.
Right.
So, in certain situations, they choose people. They choose certain psychologies that, all right, you may be a good dude.
I see where you're going.
You know what I'm saying? You may be a good dude and all that, but you're in a downtrodden situation, but you're a positive person. And a motherfucker come and give you a lottery ticket in a metaphor. You know what I mean? Like, Look, I got this little operation, and you under the radar. Ain't nobody gonna be fucking with you. Woo. I got you.
Right.
Be like, I don't know, man. Your moral compass is fucking with you, but your situation.
Exactly.
Your situation. So they choose downtrodden people and bring them all the way up, because the same shit that make you laugh make you cry. Exactly. And the same motherfuckers you see on your way up, you gonna see on your way down.
Right. Now, why? Tell me that, man. Tell me that. Answer me this, man. Why? Ever since we've been over here, it's like the black man. The only way for the black man to prosper is to take some form of destruction.
Well, they want to. What's the word?
You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? It's like, we give it to you, but
they want you to assimilate to their nature.
Yeah. Right. Oh, I like that.
Think of their nature versus our nature.
Right.
And they're in power. So in order for you to have a piece of the pie, if you will, you must assimilate to certain degrees of their nature.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. I know exactly what you're saying.
Sometimes good people gotta do bad things.
Right.
And that's something they promote. You feel what I'm saying?
Oh, absolutely. That's how they started all their businesses and all their shit. I mean, all these CEOs and big businessmen that are businessmen and all that now, man, they all connected to the mafia in old times, and some type of organized crime or just something else. Now, you know what? This is a good point, man. I had a discussion with somebody earlier about this. We was going back and forth, man. But What do you think, man? Tell me what you think. Do you think that we got all this shit from the Italians, this lifestyle?
Well, I'm gonna say this. Hey, and it's funny that you were saying that because I was just finna segue on something that couple interviews and stuff that I've been thinking about.
Yeah.
And I was just finna say, you know, the Woo is my peeps.
Word.
You know, they from Staten Island, where all the mafia at.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
So that's what you just said, right? Is great for my response. See, we as Black people trying to get equal. You know what I'm saying? They don't understand. We ain't trying to get ahead of the dominant society right now, but we want a level playing field.
Exactly.
So we can see who really got the skills.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if you got Derek Jeter with a motherfucking lead glove and cement spikes, you feel me?
Yeah, no doubt.
Ain't gonna be. And then you got Rudy, right?
Uh-huh.
He just regular. You know, he got it on the regular shit. You don't think Rudy gonna, you know what I mean? And that was two different sports, but I'm just saying a nigga sorry as Rudy with heart.
Exactly.
I don't care what sport you put him in, a dude with heart is gonna play his heart out.
Exactly.
But your skills. But you can't, if I'm just naturally gifted with skills, you can't put some cement shoes on me, put the lead muffins on me, you know what I mean? So my hands and feet is gone, and then ask me to play a sport like motherfucking handball.
Right.
You feel me?
Exactly.
And then say, well, why you ain't
handicapping me? You handicapping me from the jump.
But at the same time, when we break the handicaps, right?
Yeah.
I mean, like, well, you know what? That just made me stronger and faster.
Right.
Now I'm faster than you with the lead shoes after generations that had the niggas wearing lead shoes and they wearing regular shit. And we adapt. Now we faster, like lead shoes do. He just broke a record. Now what they gonna do is now you gotta have adamantium iron bodysuit on. And that's how you gotta compete.
Yeah.
It's always little shit.
Right. I feel like that's one of the things. I feel like that's gotta be one of the things, man. You know what I mean? That fucks with the powers that be, man, is the fact that, you know what I mean? Situation like that, just overcoming no matter whatever the fuck, you know?
Because they don't understand fair. They don't understand the balance. They try to put
you got motherfuckers picking cotton. You come outside one day, niggas done built a cotton gin and they got something else doing all the shit for them.
Right. And they chilling.
Can you just imagine the first, plantation owner to see niggas just assembly line and work this whole shit. I bet you they was thinking shit like, I see how these niggas built the pyramids. They turn they take every situation and make life, bring it to life.
Hey, but I tell you like this, man, on the real, and I've been researching and studying about how they assimilate all of us being here because of some downtrodden 9,000 mile shit. You feel me?
Right.
Now, I can say a small percentage did get duped. Like a small percentage of us right now, or a large percentage right now, is being duped and they don't even know it. It seems like it's something better for them because they weren't researching it. Other than motherfuckers getting abducted, you had motherfuckers who thought they was gonna go into indentured servitude, which is a form. It ain't really slavery. It's like, yo, God, I'm gonna work for you for 7 years. After my 7 years, you got a bag for me, you got land for me, and I'm good.
Right.
You feel me? That's what they did.
Mostly from motherfuckers who couldn't afford to get over here, or had failed destitute in their country, so they went to the next prosperous man, worked for him to build their shit back up,
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, just like right now, you know, we gonna talk a little ghetto. Niggas go to the plug that happen to be they mans in them. And you know, I gotta come up, man.
Right.
I'm damn near living in the tent out here.
Right. Get me together. Get me together. But that don't mean for a life contract.
Hey, but hold up. Let me bring it back though to what you just said. Excuse me, I got this thing.
It's all good, Lord. It's all good.
Boom. Yeah. Okay. Boom. We back. But yeah,
that don't mean a life sentence, though. You know, that don't mean a life sentence for niggas.
Right. But going back to what our original point.
Yeah.
Was that's when the good dude will sell the bad shit to his own people because he gotta eat. And then once he get to eating, you know what I mean?
Right.
He stop being the lower percentage and he get into the higher percentage.
Right.
Because we don't 5% until you become 10 and you know better, but you still, you know, you still picking on the 5th graders and you in 7th grade. Because they don't know as much as you do. You feel me?
Right.
You still got niggas going to the store because they look up to you, and you know you ain't even shit on the streets to your peers. Type shit.
You ain't giving them nothing. You ain't giving them nothing to build for themselves.
Nah, you slick. you on some 10% shit.
Right.
You blood sucking your peoples. You trying to, you know better, but you ain't gonna teach better because it ain't benefiting you to teach somebody something you know. Because you don't know if they're gonna help you or not.
Exactly. And I've seen a lot of situations like that. I've seen a lot of interviews where I heard dudes kicking the lingo, you know what I'm saying, and saying the lingo and shit. It's like I'm thinking to myself the whole time, like, bro, the only reason you up here on the interview is because you was a whole kingpin, bro. You know what I mean? How can you sit there and you know what I mean, speak to God language at the same time of having, you know, being on the same shit that you on? So you had knowledge of self the whole time. You know what I mean? But you know, it leads to another situation because you got a situation where you got a dude where his parents may be on drugs, so there just ain't shit in the house, nothing to eat. You know what I mean? You know, a bunch of shit. So he say, fuck it and go get the same bag and just sell it to them. And then start buying food. It's a weird space.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie, that right there is the pit and the pendulum of the whole conversation. Because what is your moral compass if you out here on the streets, right?
Right.
And you doing your little thing, and you talking to, fuck it, let's go on, you talking to fiends.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
It's a meaning word, you talking to fiends, and you do things, but you go to the crib, your pops is fiends.
Facts.
So, do you generalize that to all these motherfuckers that smoke crack as fiends? Or do you say, damn, this is my people, this is my foundation.
Yeah, now, that's tough.
But then motherfuckers say, well, they're gonna do what they want to do. If they don't get it from me, they're gonna get it from somebody else.
There it is. That's always the first thing they say.
That is rationalization.
Right. Not logic.
No.
they make it like it's logic, but that's not logical, son. That's right.
So you basically like fuck my people.
Your mom, whoever, you know. Exactly.
And bringing it back to our first point, right?
Yeah.
About, you know what I'm saying, how these dudes is doing this. You know, they all shaking hands. Once you get enough, I tell you like this, you can't get X amount of money without somebody coming to talk to you.
Facts.
Somebody gonna come talk to you.
That's a fact.
And they could be friend or foe. They could feign an opportunity just to see where your finances at and what you can, you know, how your ego is.
Yep.
They ego checking instead of ego tripping.
Yeah, no doubt.
And that's not ultramagnetic, son.
Right.
You dig?
Yeah, man. And you know what? It makes me wonder. It makes me think, man. It's like because you hear a lot of people in our generation talk about how the younger generation, they threw the rules out the window. They don't really use the rule book that we used to use. Coming up and things. You know what I mean? But if you really look at a lot of these fucking rules, it's like, man, this shit was all destruction anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey,
You know what I mean? It's like,
except for the ones that touch your being.
yeah.
The babies and old people, that's a rule that, hey, you don't fuck with babies and old people.
No, that's definitely a fact right there.
You know
Which is what? Which take me back to my other point too. Who we get that from? Italians.
No, they got it from us.
Italians had to know women and children rule, right?
But you gotta remember, who they get taught from? The Moors, us. We taught them all these things, and they just kept the foundation.
Yeah.
As time went on, because they won't say that they are little cousins. And we,
right.
What I'm saying, the only reason why they have olive skin is because, you like what they call them, an octoroon.
Uh-huh.
You like eight gigoids removed from a nigga.
Exactly.
I'm just saying. And you want to act like you better than what created you. See, and that's what the problem is. Hey, a brother told me, I called him, hey, fact. 2 weeks ago, met this brother, he got a great product. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so, he was showcasing his product. You know what I'm saying? It's called Man Chowder.
Yeah.
Hey, when I tell you this shit is good.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like that Panera broccoli and cheese.
Yeah, okay. I got you. Yeah.
That shit is addictive. You know what I'm saying? But my man, so I meet my man, I say, yo, peace, God, whoop the wop. And that nigga, when Jay saved me so quick, I ain't know my name was Jay.
Yeah.
He got the what you got of, and then he hit me with the King James and shit, and that's cool. Of course. All I said was, hey, bro, I just addressed you. How I see you. You know what I mean?
That's it. Right.
It turned to a whole little.
It always does, right? It always does.
Yeah, some bullshit. But see, that goes back to another point because these motherfuckers want to protect some shit that's ingrained in them so bad that they can't even look at the logic of the whole universe.
You're right. I know, man. Trust me. I know. We kick it to them all the time, man. But they so attached to that umbilical cord, man. You know.
Well, it's attached to being a servant.
Exactly.
It's not attached to being a boss. You know what I mean? It's one grand creator, but the creator of all things did not sit back and be like, I'm watching you. He made everybody, in my opinion, humble opinion, allegedly. You know what I mean?
Right.
He made everybody to have different frequencies, cycles, and to do what it's supposed to do.
Exactly.
In all facets of the one.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if a motherfucker's frequency is lower than another motherfucker's frequency, don't get mad. Or if you're a follower, just follow.
Exactly.
Don't try to be a leader when you a follower. Don't try to make niggas that's subservient to you followers to you when you ain't a leader.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? You better hand them over to the supreme science, and then all y'all can learn together.
Right.
But see, motherfuckers always want to be above.
They do.
One motherfucker want to be above. You know what I'm saying? That's what we said, the death of the kingpin. They've been killing them off since the 80s. Well, 70s.
It's like you niggas, it's like, look, these niggas ain't built to be shepherds, yo.
So how you got so many sheep? Well, guess how they got sheep? They drugging them.
Exactly.
They coercing them.
Right.
I mean, and they using unrighteous tactics, you know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
To sit back and promote some bullshit that they was fed when they got all this money, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What do they do with it? Get more money. They don't promote like, hey, well, they might say, hey, kids, don't do drugs, but I just sold your pregnant moms, you know what I mean?
Right.
2 bundles of shit. The fuck kind of shit is that?
Exactly, man.
It's contradictory. And that gives lens to everybody who ain't us to come in and say, well, look at y'all.
Mm-hmm.
We stick together. But look at y'all.
Exactly.
And we blaming it on the white man.
Right.
Man, it's every bro.
Right.
I tell you like this.
Everybody got their hands dirty in the whole situation, but then they turn it on us and spotlight it. Like, see, this is where it's happening.
Well, you know, that's that what they call it, that's that narcissistic shit in them. You know what I'm saying? You blame the victim.
Right. Well, now you know what? Now if you look at it, it's two empty thrones right now. The El Chapo family, and now they just took the boy out from ISIS, man. You know what I mean? So it's like the thrones is empty.
Hey,
Don't see who steps up to the table next.
Hey, as we know it. Because the only reason why we know about any of these dudes because it was publicized.
Right.
But it's billions of people, trillions of people on the earth.
Right.
And everybody got their real estate.
Yeah.
So it's another motherfucker that ain't made a deal with these niggas yet, or that they ain't caught up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or some
they dealing with his workers, but not him yet.
See, they want the network. They don't want the person. They want their network.
Yeah.
They want to be able to move the pipelines of people like drugs.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
And they know, that's why, if you think about it like this, and this is a little off subject, but I'm going to bring it all back. Remember the adrenochrome shit?
Yeah.
All the stars? Why that go away?
Good question.
You know why? Because all these motherfuckers is pawns to the same shit.
Facts.
The motherfucker that killed El Chapo, all these, the man, if you will,
uh-huh,
that did all this, he's sitting back at a chessboard, moving this shit around.
Right. That's fact.
He got the power, the resources, and he got, damn, I don't even want to say this. He got cats like Jay-Z and Diddy, Snoop, he got all these powerful cats he gave a lot of money to, and it was in their pockets to promote a melancholy existence for their own people.
Yes, that's right.
You know.
Yeah.
They tell you to get it, but they tell you to get it, but they don't tell you how to get it.
Exactly.
Unless it's a negative way to get it.
Uh-huh.
Unless it's 80s shit. They still back in the 80s. They still on Team Millionaires.
Right.
Niggas still doing the team. That shit was like 5 years, 7. That shit was a 10-year period. After Big Misha and them,
right.
Team Millionaire shit was out of here.
Right. They still chasing some shit. They chasing shit that don't even exist no more.
That's why Big Misha's the last dude.
Yep.
Came out. He went in snitching, came out. They gave him a year or something to floss out.
Mm-hmm.
Man, you know what? Man, this nigga's
got him out of here too.
Man, they ain't getting him out of here. Hey, his actions got him out of here.
Right.
In my opinion.
Yeah, mine too. Definitely. My opinion too. That's exactly what happened.
They made a whole movie about this dude. He loved it.
Yeah.
About this dude being a fucking rat. Oh, and back to your Italian thing. See, I'm gonna tell you like this: the codes and conduct is not. That's how it's supposed to be. But they got it from us. But they upheld it.
Yeah, I get that. I get that though. But they definitely did get the sciences to get that shit from us. They definitely did the Moors, and we got Hannibal, we got all that definitely. But I'm saying as far as the black mentality in America, you know what I mean? You see a lot of emulations coming from that organized crime. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. But you gotta think. It's like a magician.
Because they killed nothing but their friends. It's like.
Hold on 1 second, bro. Hold on 1 second.
Yeah,
if I go out, I'm trying to change this plug right quick.
All right, it's all good.
My phone looking crazy. And I don't know what's wrong with this joint. Hold up. Augie. Are we back, Augie?
All right, bad.
All right. But yeah, man. Hey, the whole shit is, I ain't gonna lie, it's deeper than the drugs and shit. It's deeper than it, because really what it is they using the money and the drugs to psychologically program motherfuckers for a position.
Right.
You know what I mean? They creating a pyramid. Like you got the kingpin, he running shit, and then you got the second, third command, whoop, all the way down to the ground level of the little nigga who just 13, and the nigga is like, "You want to make some money?"
Right.
And he like, "Man, my mom on drugs, and and she ain't feeding me.
Yeah.
Fuck school. I can get this dollars."
Right.
And I ain't never seen a generation. I don't want to sound all old, but I ain't never heard of a generation that was proud of not graduating from high school. I mean, they say school ain't shit, but see, school is your first challenge in life.
And
it's a way that if you're a true student, you just know how to learn.
Yeah.
It ain't got to be what they teaching you. It ain't got to be what they teaching you. You can learn anything you want to learn.
Exactly.
What they teach you ain't the end all be all of learning.
No, exactly. You're right, man. And I hate that when they try to throw education at a whole out the window. It's like, no. We're not gonna do that. We gotta educate ourselves. We have to. And like you said, the part of the education they give us, that's just a fragment of actual learning and education,
Man.
Right.
It's lower than man, that shit is what they call it? An imp.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
You know what I'm
saying? No doubt.
It's an anthem, some shit that you really got the potential of. Cause this genius, man. I run into him every day.
Facts.
Cats,
Yeah.
Cats would rather have a social mask on how the people perceive them, other than just being them. And letting the motherfucker know you a mathematician. You know what I'm saying? Letting the motherfucker know that you got a photographic memory. Let them up,
You're right. No, you're right. You're right. That goes a lot to the kids. That goes a lot out to the kids too, man. It's like I say it all the time. Like, look, if you want to do art, if you want to cook, if you want to make clothes, if you want to do that shit, man, you know what I mean? It don't got nothing to do with the kids in the classroom, the niggas on the bus with you. You know what I mean? People up the street, down the street, whatever they say about it, who cares, man? You know what I mean?
Get Augie
on that shit.
Nigga, get your Augie on, nigga. Get Augie in this motherfucker, man.
For real.
They say turn up. Well, you got back in my day, say turn it up and throw the knob and tear the knob off.
You know what I'm saying? For real. No, that's for real.
Start early.
Start early with it. Start early with it. You know what I mean? Don't wait till,
Hey, but then think, Bill, when we say start early, now we gotta start throwing fingers, and niggas gotta have accountability.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Very true.
Motherfuckers can try to start early, then they have deterrents that don't like what, you know what I'm saying? People are selfish. When I say that, I mean everybody want to be the person that taught somebody something.
Right. You definitely gotta have your parents' support. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times we come up wanting to do things that our parents don't necessarily want to see us doing. You know what I mean? So they don't support it at all, you know?
But then think about it like this. That is really your moment of truth between the pit and the pendulum. Because something that you feel passionate about, you feel me? As long as it's something positive and somebody else don't believe in you, I don't give a fuck if it's your parents or whatever. I mean,
right.
I look at it like this. You mad because you can't do what I think I can do. So if I fail, then you say I told you so. But if I succeed, yeah, just be quiet because don't diss what you do. Don't diss me because you can't do what I can do.
Yeah.
You know, everybody
like LeBron,
can't.
I mean, like LeBron. If you look at LeBron, man, I mean, shit. Right. Living with coaches and you know what I mean?
Hey, yo, God, everybody can't dance.
Right.
I'm talking about really.
Right.
You know what I mean? You got a cool nigga that he can't dance.
Yeah.
So don't tell me dancing is whack because you ain't got no rhythm.
Exactly.
I'm just saying, just understand you ain't got no rhythm and say, oh man, you got rhythm. You can dance. Don't get mad if you can't dance. You feel me?
Right. No, you're right, man. And you know, a lot of kids, that's probably where a lot of the bullying and a lot of that shit come in. Because a lot of kids see other abilities that they ain't used to seeing because they grew up stuck in with their family. Now you in elementary school, you seeing all these different kids doing shit. This nigga's tall. This nigga's taller than you. He got a mustache already. He could dunk a basketball. He could rap. You know, it don't hit everybody the same.
Hey, but you know what? The society teaches you to be so focused on what it's doing and not focused on what you doing. Because you could be the next motherfucker that starts a new trend just off some shit that you thought was silly.
Right.
Remember that? What was the one dance they was doing when they was jumping out the cars and doing the Schmeagle dance or whatever it was called?
Yeah.
Somebody say weirdo shit, but it was cool looking.
Yeah.
I seen a lot of niggas get fucked up on that shit too. But you feel what I'm saying, though?
Yeah.
But you know, but the trendsetters don't think about the trend followers.
No, they don't.
But some motherfuckers think they trendsetters when they just really following some shit and tweaking it.
Exactly. Yeah. They ain't creators. They ain't definitely not creators for sure.
That's where our rap is at right now. And fuck it, I said it.
Yep. You're right.
I said it. And any MC to disagree, hey, what do they? If you're a young MC, bust a move, nigga.
For real.
Flat out. Because this is supposed to be an art form. And I took that to rap just to make it, a point. It ain't all about, it's about what the generation think it's about.
Right. Well, it used to be about, tell me something I ain't never heard before. When we was coming up.
Right.
You know what I mean? Now it's like I'm the same as this nigga. I mean, it's just recycled copies.
Hey, but peep this out though, Bill. Think about before that generation. It was about you could do it.
Yeah.
Like before, you know what I'm saying? Before the everybody can do this shit syndrome, because everybody can't rap.
No.
Everybody feel they can rap. Everybody can't fucking rap.
Right.
You can do some Dr. Seuss rhyming things, but you ain't hip hop. You ain't no MC.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So before we became MCs and like, this is a skill, you know what I mean?
Right.
Niggas was amazed that you could even put words together that fast to a beat.
Exactly. That's what I mean. Yes.
And before that, niggas was like, man, you made a whole song that rhymed? You feel me?
Right.
And before that, hold up. And before that, you had, man, now I ain't talking about the DJ yet. Who was the catalyst of this whole shit? I ain't talking about that. I'm just talking about the nigga who thought they could rap.
Yeah, right.
And then when it became so disposable.
Yeah. Right. You know what? I can see, do you know what? That you just painted a great picture in my mind, man. I can literally see people being at a house party and the DJ is rocking the house. And
I lived it.
And niggas keep wondering like why this nigga keep talking over the music.
But it sounds good over the music.
Yeah, it sounds good, but
I think he playing the gig. He be like, yeah, just clap your hands and you kick it. But it's in unison with the whole vibration. Then after that,
so it started out with crowd control.
The DJ, the DJ.
Clap your hands, say ho, all that.
If I tell you that Simon Says, nigga, Simon Says rock the house, you say rock the house. Rock the house, rock the house. You feel me?
Right, no doubt, peace.
Evolution come in, you feel me?
Right.
Now niggas talking about what they think about. Niggas ain't talking about the party no more, like how live the party is. That girl over there, she got the long hair. I want to just tap her butt. You feel me?
Right.
And you saying this because you talking to her. And you on the mic and she see you.
They want to shut the party down. They sitting outside with the sticks. Waiting for the real party animals to come outside.
That's 21st century. Hey, but back in the day, come outside, man, you better put your dick beaters up.
Yeah. Right.
And hope your homeboy that's a wild nigga got a knife or something, because these niggas might pull out bats, golf clubs, but it wasn't no guns.
Right.
Everybody wanted to go home to their mama.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Nobody wanted to hurt each other that much where they couldn't go home to their motherfucking mama. You might go home beat up with a broken leg, arm, but at least you're going home to kiss your mama.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It wasn't shooting niggas 25 times in the face with the Draco.
Yeah.
Man, you know what I'm saying? Switch teeth, so they got a closed casket, and then you talk. That's super disrespectful.
It is.
I mean, that's even disrespectful to your whole, man, that's crazy, man.
It is, man.
That's crazy.
It's like where do the real enjoyment of life exist at? You know, what part of that is real enjoyment? You know what I mean?
What's like everybody allegedly, everybody is trying to live their best life, but they don't want you to live your best life with them.
Oh man. That's
Yeah. Hey, me and you can't be living our best life at the same time. You gotta be living your best life, and I gotta watch your TV show and be like, oh yeah, that nigga doing it. And nigga, I'm doing it too.
Right. So niggas always want you to wait your turn. They always want you to wait your turn.
But your turn is when it is.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. No, you're right. It's like, no, nigga, I'm feeling it now. I'm feeling it now, nigga. I don't want to wait 6 months to drop my shit.
Hey, if I drop my shit now and y'all don't like it, guess what? I'm gonna work that project for 6 months until y'all get on. I mean, that's the old school shit. Because everybody can. Because the motherfuckers that, me personally, you used to be, hey, you taught me a lot of shit on the FL, the producing the whole shit back in the day. You know how we do.
Right,
we things now just.
Right,
you know
right,
what I mean?
Of course.
I know, me personally, I took all that and shit, I just want to make a good project or be a good A&R to the best nigga, or
exactly.
Oh yeah, and to our Zoom, I got $50 on any nigga that can get. My bars are like Mardi Gras. I got more bars than shots bought at Mardi Gras.
Woo!
I got,
Yeah, peace.
$50. Anybody that want, see this face with the missing head? Augie.
Right.
They got it. Anybody that want it? Now, I know this is going to go to all of our people. Anybody that want, hey, I've been in the,
Straight from the trenches. I already know what time it is. I already know what time it is. That's why I ain't saying nothing. You already know.
I got 50 a week. Anybody that want bar for bar, positive. We ain't talking that bullshit. I murdered niggas.
Yeah, don't come with your made up stories.
I mean, you do that. I ain't gonna make up no story. I'm just gonna expose. I'm gonna poke holes in that shit.
Come with that lyricism.
Like I got that bucket with bullet holes in it.
Right. Because I'm sure you do too. I mean, I respect cleverness.
I do too.
I feel like a lot of this music the cleverness don't even matter. It's just like, is the beat nice and are you riding the beat nice?
Hey, me and my homies, we're jumping a whole bunch of dudes and chicks and babies and all that. It ain't like I'm slick, I'm cool. Hey, check out my savoir faire. You know, it's like I'm just rolling with a bunch of niggas. You know,
no, you're right about that. You're right about that.
MCing
used to be a lot about how cool you were, man, not about how demonic you were.
I'm coming through with 100 motherfuckers, and yeah, what 100 lames? 100 lames ain't gonna fuck with 100 truths.
That's a fact.
You saw do the math.
You saw what you remember on 300?
Oh yeah.
When the boy was like, how you gonna do this with only 300 fighters or whatever? And he was like, all right, well, what do you do for a living? I'm a painter. What do you do for a living? I'm a Blocksmith. You know what I mean? He's like, Spartans, what do we do for a living? And it's like, oh, you know, it's like, look, man, you might have a bunch of niggas with you, but don't nobody actually do this. Anybody that's in your circle, none of y'all actually do this. You know what I'm saying? So you outnumbered by just somebody who actually does this, you know?
No, you ain't, hey, 100 painters ain't gonna go against 100 well-trained soldiers.
Exactly.
Matter of fact, 100, 200 niggas that don't get busy ain't gonna go against 50 niggas that get busy.
Right. Now, you know what? We talked about that. We touched on that. We touched on that a little bit before, man, but I want to just touch on it real quick too, man. Again, you notice how that goes though in this industry, man. It's like you see a lot of artists get upset. Like, you ever heard of the boy Rod Wave? He out now?
I heard about him. I don't know him.
Well, the boy just went on.
But I heard he got a buzz.
Yeah, the boy just tweeted and said that the last video he put out and song he put out, he didn't want the label to put it out because it's not him. It's not who he really is. But they forced him to put it out because they had already paid him. You already bought once you signed that contract. They own everything you put out. So it's up to them when they want to put it out, you know? So he's like, he wants to retire and he don't want to do this shit no more because no matter what, they don't allow you to be who you really want to be as an artist because they know only thing that sells is that bullshit, you know? So it's like, even if you come into the game trying to be a Common or Andre 3000 or even like a J. Cole or Kendrick,
whoa,
you're still not gonna be able to make the impact.
You hear the new J. Cole joint with Conway.
Yeah.
What you think about
Benny the Butcher?
Yeah, Benny Butcher. Yeah. Excuse me. That Griselda shit. I ain't gonna lie, that Griselda shit is the freshest hip hop I done heard.
Yeah, shout out to Griselda, man. I listen to all y'all shit, man. That's Dem's 38 special. 38 special.
Benny, motherfucking
Rock Marciano, you know, shout out to them.
We'd love to interview them.
But my point is, it's like, look, even if you are J. Cole or even if you are Kendrick Lamar, you know, what impact are they even really allowing you to make in the community? None.
Oh, well,
you keep that shit on your streams. You keep that shit on your music in the studio. Keep that shit in the studio, and that's as far as it's gonna go. You're not gonna be out here like Michael Jackson with the mask on, out there hugging babies, man. They ain't doing that.
Or have they went away from that?
That's a good question, man.
Is the A&Rs telling them don't do that? Or is these niggas just not, or is they, I'll tell you like this, are they not allowed to do that? Or are they not thinking of that? Or or some cast that's older than them not trying to guide them into I get it, bro. Hey, I love what they call gangster music, I guess. You know, some shit that I like the movies.
Right.
You know what I mean? I grew up with the movies
Of
in
course.
real life. So it's cool to hear that shit. But you know,
Right.
as far as come on, man. There's a difference between watching Paid in Full and thinking you Mitch.
Exactly. You know, and another thing, it's another thing to fucking give out turkeys and PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5s, or really
Five,
give a nigga, or really put a
five,
nigga,
like 500, right?
or really put your community in position to fucking have some ownership or have an impact in the fucking community. Have a
Hold
say
on, say that one more time though. Hold up. I like how you just phrased that. Put that, hold up, say that one more time.
You know? Yeah, I mean, it's one thing to give out turkeys. It's one thing to give out turkeys and PS5s, and it's another thing to actually set the community up to actually have a voice. You know what I mean? And actually have some type of power in that community to make decisions, man, as far as your councilmen and how your shit go. You
Hey,
know
let
what I
me ask
mean?
you this
Who
though.
is your people of influence, man? You can't have, I'm sorry, I mean, much respect to everybody who's trying to help out and shit like that, man, but man, you can't have Bobby Smurder standing up there in front of your councilman, man. You got to have brothers that's, you know what I mean, that's a part of it and that's set up. And get what I'm saying?
Representative.
You can't always expect us. I mean, I feel like, you know, rest in peace and much respect to Nipsey, but I feel like that was the situation with Nipsey. It's like he was trying to be the one to do all that. They're not gonna let you be the rapper, the superstar, married to the actress, and you're gonna be the face of the activism. You're not. You're gonna have to have delegations and you got to build your community up. You can't just give niggas PS5s.
But you know who used to be that dude though, and they fucked him over.
Who?
Bill Cosby.
Mm.
I mean, you know,
No doubt.
they might frown on it. They be like, well, he was pilling bitches. Well, bitches been getting pilled on their own forever. They like the pills. They knew what they was taking. Ain't nobody drugged nobody. Them parties is the parties. Like the parties you go to. And niggas do shit that they don't want to talk about. You know what I mean? So quit fucking playing the games. Cause this nigga got $1 billion and he doesn't spank the hands of black people, but he ain't never said nothing wrong though.
Right.
He was on some young shit, like, yeah, y'all need to. He was on some Cliff Huxtable shit for real.
Right. Exactly. That's what I was gonna say. That's what I was gonna say because I'm an old head too, man. And I when I think of that name, I think of Picture Page, Fat Albert.
Nothing but positive.
Yeah, I grew up watching Picture Page and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I don't think about Bill Cosby, but guess what?
Right. Me either.
He was on pills that everybody else was in that era. At least he wasn't heroin Cosby.
Right.
He wasn't shooting bitches up with heroin, making them his slaves. You know
right.
Talking about that part.
You know what? Yeah, exactly. And we ain't got nothing against none of the victims, you know. Peace to all the victims and all that. You know, that's not what we saying. Yeah. You know? But we just saying about the character.
Nobody.
The things they exploit, you know, they only exploit the you know the other side of shit, man. When people are really trying to make real impacts in the community, they poison it somehow. And you ever notice like they always when it comes to not religious, but when it comes to urban leaders, so to speak, they always try to tie them in with some type of pedophilia or
nefarious bullshit
or some type of sexual scandal. Like they always try to tie them in with some weird shit. Like if you look at everybody, Elijah Muhammad, Dr. York, I mean, even Brother Polite recently, you know?
But think, you know why, right?
Why's that?
Fear of Black Planet. It's about the black phallus in that sense.
Yep. And they want to keep the baby and to keep the babies away so they don't take in the knowledge. They make it like, okay, this is what you know. I see what you're saying.
But you know, and I ain't gonna lie, it's all a psychological tool that if you keep let's say I'm the most popular dude in school, right?
Right.
And it's a freshman to come in. And I see he fresher than me. And before this nigga even get his popularity on, I start chipping away at his dopeness.
Mm-hmm.
Not in a way that's hating, but then it becomes hate because after people meet him, we be like, he's a cool guy. You feel me?
Right.
Why you like this? You know what I mean? But they under your little gig is you the prom king or whatever prestigious shit, that got dudes following, that got people following other people.
Right.
You know what I mean? You ain't looking at it is for what it is.
Exactly.
So once you disparage somebody's whole frequency, it's hard for a person that's on your frequency to go up.
Yeah.
Because they're comfortable with your frequency.
Mm-hmm.
And they scared to meet this frequency because you already know that's that 10% shit again.
Right. It is.
You know what I mean?
It is. It is.
Better, but they don't want to do better, and they want fans. They want the likes, the views, everything they're saying. Everybody is on their fucking dicks and shit.
Yeah.
I mean, my language, but this is some real. I mean, it's just disgusting.
No, you're right. Because you can even look at it. You can even look at it as far as these crusaders, man, and these colonists, man. It's like they never really could do anything good with the knowledge. They just wanted to have the shit. They just wanted to be. They just wanted to be the ones you go to get it from.
But then think, what they doing is dangling over you like I got something you don't have.
Yeah, like a race, like a dog race. How they put the little meat in the front of the dog race, just running around, following the joint around.
The stick in the carrot.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But then think of it like this though. It's really the student's fault. In the whole thing. Because we can't sit back and keep blaming these dudes for being bad and all that when you following these niggas.
Facts.
They ain't forcing you to follow them. You following them. Now, if you ain't got nothing better to do than be a follower, just say you a follower and follow the shit that you own. But exactly. if you say, I'm a leader, I'm a boss, I'm a queen, I'm this, that, and the third, but you still a follower, you can't be a queen or a king, and you're a citizen.
Yeah. You might be part of the, you might be part of the court. You might be a part of the king's court.
You're a citizen.
Not even part of the king's court. How they civilians.
But I didn't even say a civilian. You're a citizen.
Citizen, yeah, straight citizen, yeah. Because you got to be civilized to be a civilian, man.
Because half these motherfuckers are snorting cane still. I mean, ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If that's what you do. But don't be sitting back crying when you get all fiend out and you know what it's finna do, which goes back to our heroin thing.
Yep.
Why heroin is the big thing now. Like I'm telling you, the 60s, come on, man. You're looking at junkies. You're a junkie now. Hey, whoa. I'm gonna say this. I'm taking my glasses off.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody that's doing that, them opiates, I'm talking about, and you can't let it go.
Right.
You're not just doing recreational gigoids. You're not kicking it.
Right.
You're not, what I mean? You're not just having a good time. When you're getting sick and you need these things.
Right.
Hold up. You're a junkie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, talk about my two, but you're a junkie. I lost this in a fight.
Yeah.
Not because drugs. Junkie. Junkie.
Yeah.
Hey, that's what they called them in the 60s.
For real.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Now, this is the 21st century. All I can say is do the best you can do for what you're doing.
For real.
But
how far do you think that's gonna get you by just you wanting to be relaxed and just zombified all the time? I don't get that. I like to be active, working and doing things, man. I can't see. I can't even smoke the trees a lot that make you that put you down, man. I got to have that activation,
Hey, well, at least at night, if you're gonna go down when you get dormant.
Yeah, that's a different story. If I'm ready to lay it down,
all day though, God. You feel me?
Yeah, I don't get that. On the wake up, you want to go. On the wake up, you want to go back to sleep. I don't get that.
You're right. Hey, but you know what that means? That means you don't want to face life.
Yeah, true. That's true.
You know, we might blow a couple trees and shit, but
That's when you got to realize you're out of control. You know what I mean? It's about, I said on one of the last pods, you know what I'm saying? It's like they all about this Elon Musk and this Tesla shit and this automated everything, man. But we don't realize that in the human body, they've been had us in the Tesla. We've been on auto fucking pilot, auto craft, nigga. We've been walking around moving how they want us to move. You know what I mean? Fuck that Tesla shit. We got to take the wheel in our life, man, and drive our fucking self, man. God is with us, man. But he said God is only with the person who put the work in. That's the thing they forget. That's the thing they forget. They want to just leave it in somebody else's hands. Nah, man, I can't do that. And I feel like that's what attracted me to the nation was the fact that they taught us how to take the wheel, learn everything about the vehicle you can. I talk to a lot of Hebrews, you know what I mean? And what I always tell them, and I love the brothers, but what I always tell them is one of the first things that the Most High told Adam to do was, he told him two things: be fruitful and prosper.
That's right.
Make children. And he told him, name everything, every single thing on this planet. What's that telling you? Science. Know where you're at. Know your surroundings. Be aware of everything around you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Be aware of everything around you. You know what I mean? So when they sit there and act like you got to leave it in another entity's hands, or you got to, completely, I get the faith and the other shit, but as far as the work, you got to put it in,
I mean, hey, I tell you like this. It's like Ice Cube said on the second album, right? On the second album. Dude sitting on the corner, right?
Yeah.
He said, no, dude came up. He said, yo, what's happening? Something. He's like, I'm just waiting on. And I ain't gonna say, well, you can wait on whatever.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting. Dude said, well, you don't need these keys in his car. Like, no, man. Whatever I'm waiting on is gonna provide that. You can have that. That ain't nothing. Hey, guess what nigga said? All right, cool.
Right. I catch you later. Why you waiting on that?
He didn't even have to jack him. He jacked himself. That's my whole point.
Right.
You jacking yourself when you looking against your brother. That, all right, I may not have the same type of flow you got, but we got something in common.
Right.
And if we got something in common that's positive, let's build on that. And then we can build something else further. We ain't got to be smoke buddies. We ain't got to be drink buddies. We ain't got to be, you know what I'm saying? Niggas ain't got to hang out.
Right.
You know what I mean? But if you got something that can enhance me and I got something that can enhance you, why wouldn't you use your resources?
Exactly.
To make yourself better and to make somebody else better around you.
Yeah, because that's one of the first things, man. Each one teach one, man. That's one of the main principles. You know what I'm saying? It ain't about blood oaths. It ain't about none of that secret shit when it comes
we already got a blood oath.
When it comes to the nation, you know what I mean? If you come pure in heart, you learn the lessons, you know what I mean?
And then you better know your shit to get the universal.
Facts. Yeah. Day. But exactly. Once you dive in, you got.
Hey, you better swim.
Yeah.
Hey, you could have walked around the pool all day.
Yeah. If you want to rock with if you want to rock with the masters of the universe, I mean, it's only right.
Hey man.
It's only right to be on your you know what I mean? Be on your square.
You better throw your sword up and say, I have the power.
Facts.
The universe, you better throw your sword up and say, I have the power.
Right. You know what? And speaking of that, man, that's a great segue, man, because I know me and you both, man, we go deep into the comics and the animation and all the shit, man.
Oh yeah.
But I want to get your thoughts, man, on this whole metaverse shit that they got going on right now, man.
Damn. We ain't on the metaverse. That's the Facebook shit, right?
Yeah, well, you know, it's like the virtual reality world that Elon
Oh,
all them
I ain't
talking
gonna
about
lie,
bringing
bro.
together where, you know, because look, I mean, they can look on my Instagram and shit and they
That's a
can
good
see
video game.
I own an Oculus too, you know, the VR Oculus,
Okay, how you like it?
the Zuckerberg shit, you know what I mean? I like it as far as just, you know, messing around. You might, you know, do a little shoot some rings, or you might, you know, walk
Right.
around a haunted house or some crazy shit, ride a roller coaster. You know what I mean? That type of shit's cool, you know. But I noticed they had a bunch of social gathering sites on there. Like they had one joint that was like a movie theater. You know what I mean? Like you walk in, it's like a movie theater. It's avatars all around of people, you know. They talking, chopping it up. But in each room is something different. Like one time I watched like the Celtics and the Brooklyn Nets game.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I watched 2 Chainz live in concert. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
That
So they
sounds
got,
dope.
but in the meantime, they got like people you could talk to and little shit. You know what I'm saying? That's the
Okay.
metaverse. That's the metaverse I'm saying.
Oh,
Get what I'm
it's,
saying?
it's Avatar.
Exactly.
It's the movie.
Now look, now
I
right
didn't
now,
even know
since
that, dog.
right
Hey,
when
I
you're
didn't
right
know that's
there.
what it was.
Now look, I'm gonna
Until you
throw a
just
couple
said
words
that.
at you. I'm gonna throw a couple words at you while you thinking,
Okay.
right? What you thinking, right?
Bust it.
Bitcoin,
Bitcoin, fake money,
metaverse.
fake universe, fake reality.
You're not gonna need cash in the metaverse where they want us all to be now. Get what I'm saying? So hence Bitcoin and all the fake money blowing up so big, because now they want you to be able to go into this virtual reality space, go to Amazon,
Hey,
buy
yo,
all your groceries, buy all your clothes, buy
yo,
all your
God.
movies,
Ooh.
buy all
Hey,
your
yo,
shit,
God.
watch
Hey,
all your movies.
Hey, yo, God.
Get what I'm saying?
I need a 15-second segue real quick, but I want you to keep speaking to the people about that.
Once again, I want to thank everybody for tapping in tonight. I want to thank the God, Jay Smooth, for being in the building, coming with the discussions. You know, we coming with it all the time. When I pull up, it's straight science every trip. Thanks again, family. Peace.